Here we are, Saturday morning here in the UK, possibly around about 2:30 here. So, what's the time in America, Paul? Where are you today?
Well, we find ourselves in Celebration, which is just along from Orlando.
Right.
It's 9:30, so we're 5 hours behind you guys at the moment.
Okay. So, yeah, I spoke to you a bit earlier on and everything. I woke you up just a little bit. So, obviously this is Paul Marston, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, he's the man behind Manston Raceway down in Kent, and also part of Paul Marston Racing as well. So, what's the reason for you going out to the States?
Um, well, apart from the fact that at the beginning of this year, I think about 4 or 5 months, I didn't have a day off. I needed a break, to be fair. Put a lot of time and effort into getting Manston together. But other than that, this is a busman's holiday for me. It's, how you learn. It's where you come to learn, crewing for different teams and just going and watching what goes on over here. It's the best way to learn. The Americans are very good. They'll tell you anything you want to know. So from the point of view of how different tracks run, how the tracks have evolved, and the way the sport's evolving over here, demographic of the age groups involved nowadays, all of that is important because it's a good example of some of the things that we can bring to England, some of the things we can't. But if you don't go and you don't see it, you don't know.
Fair enough. So, now obviously you're going to be having a drive out there while you're there. I understand.
Yeah, that's right. I'm driving Rene Meinhofer's Gone Bananas 68 Dodge Dart. Rene is racing up at the Mini Millions, which is at Gainesville this weekend. I won't see him until tomorrow because we're going down to Immokalee, which is down in the kind of in the Everglades. It's middle of nowhere in the middle of central Florida. We're going down there for a no prep race, which is this afternoon and this evening.
Is that going to help you learn stuff for your no prep stuff? We'll talk about that in a minute at Manston.
Yeah, Immokalee, to a fair degree, is a track that I based a lot of what we do at Manston on. Just looking at their operating systems, how they run the place, and ideas and ways they do things over there. We've transferred some of them over to what we have at Manston because the track layout, the way they operate it, the way they call the races to the staging lanes and stuff like that. That's all things that we've looked at and adopted at Manston. Some of them we've had to tweak because what works over here doesn't necessarily work in England, but to get an idea because it's an independent track. It's not an NHRA or anything like that. Little bit like what we are. They just run the track in the best way they know how. Been there a long time, and it's an airfield track. It's actually at Immokalee International Airport.
Oh, bit like Manston then.
Yeah,
Yeah. So right. So
kind of.
now,
Yeah.
yeah. So now moving on just a little bit now. Then I understand you've got a new car, a Sierra. Is that anything like the old Jeff Hauser car?
It was built at Hauser Racing. I kind of acquired it in an odd way. I didn't expect to be the owner of the car, but through circumstance, I ended up being the owner of the car. So yeah, it's a good piece. Hasn't been seen a great deal. It's one of these cars that, like a lot of them, you speak to any of the chassis builders in England, they'll say 80% of the cars they work on, they never see again. It's the same over here. A lot of people build stuff, then for various reasons, they'll move the project on or change what they're doing with it. So you get this merry-go-round of people that buy these things and then they go on to different owners. This one hasn't been through many. I think it's been through about four, but since it was built originally, the guy that built it originally, Tony, he's been in contact with me. He's been very helpful, and yeah, very grateful for what he's done and what he's helped me with because he originally built the car.
So, what class would that be running in? Hopefully.
Don't know. It sat, as I've said in previous videos that I've posted, it sat in a chicken shed for 7 years doing nothing. Just
Ah,
sat there, wasn't even washed. So we've got quite a bit of recommissioning to do on the car, and I've been slowly going through. You've got to be careful. It's got a lot of very nice pieces on there, which when we got the car, unbeknownst to us, there was some damage in the engine. It seems okay, but we've still, obviously, I'm here now, so I can't touch it. I didn't really desire to own it simply because I've got so much of my time is taken up by doing things with Manston that I didn't really have time for this. But it's a wonderful opportunity. I like the possibility that we can perhaps develop this and get it to the potential it clearly has.
excellent. So it's going to be like a bit of a cock car then, basically.
It's going to be a work in progress, and then we'll see where it suits it best. It was originally built to run in custom car street eliminator, which it can do because it's got everything in it. You would need to run it on the road. It's even got electric windows in it, which are quite handy. But it's also full glass. It's got everything you need. It's got windscreen, wiper, all the indicators, all the lights, handbrake. It is actually a lot more of a street car than anything else. So because of that, I'm not going to chop the car up. I'm just going to see what we can do with it as it is. We've weighed it. We know what it weighs now. So it just gives us some options, and we'll just see where it takes us.
So is it going to have, will it have like a roll cage and everything else in it? Make it a bit more spec?
I checked with Mark Norton. The car is on their register because that's very important. It's on the UK Chassis Tech registered. Last time it was teched was 2010. It's got an 8.5 second chassis tag on it. That's in the records. Mark would need to look at the car again, obviously, to make sure there's been no major modifications, which there hasn't that I can see that I know of. So it can tech to 850, yes. So
Lovely.
it can be used in national event competition if so desired.
Fantastic. So moving on more excitedly, Manston. Uh,
Okay.
how
Yeah.
exciting is that? You've got another year, I believe. Fantastic achievement for what you've done this year, and now you can move on for another year. Is that right?
Yes. I mean, let me be fair about this. I'm the one that directs it. I'm the one that is the face of it. But none of this would be possible without the help of everybody that works at Manston with me. We have a great crew. You got people like Jay O'Dell, who's our chief starter. Jay gives up so much time. Before the event and after the event to make it happen. If it wasn't for people like him and all the other people that give the time they give, we wouldn't be able to operate it. This is, it's something that you need a crew to operate it, and we're blessed to have a really good bunch of people that help us make it happen. It's great that we've got another year. The place will be improved. We've got an improvement coming in the pipeline for the timing system. So we'll be able to upgrade it from what we had last year. So we'll be able to do reaction times. We'll have 60-foot timing. And also we're working at the moment towards having a system where we'll be able to potentially do bracket racing, which, to be fair, is the backbone of drag racing in the sportsman categories.
That's what I was going to ask you about the bracket racing side of things, because that's going to have to give you. We're going to have a new timing system, no doubt, for that sort of thing.
Yeah, we need one that's a bit more sophisticated. Obviously, I'm very grateful to Tony Huck for all the help and work he's put in, because we have the old North Wheel timing system, but that was only there for doing test and tune the way it was. It can potentially do more than that, but at the moment, that's what we had for last year. One thing we do need to find out is if there is that much of a demand for people that want to come bracket racing at Manston, because obviously 2/3 to 3/4 of the people that we have that come to the track never done drag racing before, and so they haven't got any experience of even what bracket racing's all about. Obviously, people like myself, like yourself, and all the rest of the people that run in the National Event Championship, we know all about it.
Yeah.
But considering there's so many people at the track that have never even, there's a huge amount of them, a huge sway of them that have never even been to Sans Pod, let alone know anything about the intricacies of bracket racing. So we just need to see if there's a demand and a market for it.
Exactly. So now looking for it, just let me do this for a minute. All right. So anyway, so basically, yeah. So basically, then Manston started up again. You've had a lot of help locally as well, from what I understand.
Without the local people, we couldn't do this, because it's not too far for me. It's, 65, 70 odd miles. But we need people that are local, because it needs to be something that's easy for them. And without the local support, there's no point in having the track. It needs the people that live in the local area to support it, for us to be in a situation where we can do what we want to do there.
And that's brilliant, yeah. And even the local sort of politicians, everything, amazing. I think what you've done down there is amazing. It's unfortunate, health-wise and everything else, we didn't get down there as much as we wanted to, but we will do next year, definitely. Want to give our support to you.
You're always welcome, you know that. Always.
Yeah, indeed. So yeah, so we're looking forward to that happening. Obviously, you've got up at you've got up the north as well with Jerry Cookson and his crew up there as well, Melbourne, and you're down there as well. It's
Melbourne.
nice, isn't it? Yeah. And
we've
it's great.
We've got a good spread of tracks. You've got what Lee Childs does with the people he works with down in Cornwall, Devon area. Also, you've got what goes on in Melbourne, and obviously you've got ourselves now down in Kent. Sorry, there's somebody with that's a Mustang just going through the car park.
Great sound
you can
effects,
tell you're
yeah.
in America, can't you?
Absolutely, yeah. I don't care.
I mean, yeah, it's and obviously, you've got the sensor that's more than adequately taken care by Santa Pod.
Yeah, absolutely, of course, as always. Now, so the interesting thing is, you could, in effect, if you had a bit of support from, I guess, the southern side, the teams that are currently running in Pro ET or Sportsman or whatever, come down there, even if they was just testing, and then a bit of bracket racing.
I nearly forgot, I mustn't forget, you've got Crail up there in Scotland as well. That track's been running for a long time, and they have a good following of cars up there. So really, to be fair, if you include Crail, and please, my apologies for not including Crail, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've got 6 tracks in this country. I don't know the last time we had this many. And numerically, it's great. I mean, you've got the other stuff that Trevor Duckworth does with the straight liners, because he does places like Elvington and things like that. But for what we would consider to be more a full-time track, relatively speaking, we've got 6 tracks in this country. Which is it 6? Or I not count. Probably I can't count. But we've got plenty, a lot more than we used to have. Yeah, for sure.
That's fantastic.
It depends. The problem. Yeah, the problem you've got is we don't have. We've got 6 months of the summer, and to be fair, a lot of the races are very well catered for with the bracket events that are done at Santa Pod. So we really need people that want to come and bracket race locally, because a lot of the stuff that they would want to do, perhaps, unless they fancy coming down and spending, a little bit more time at Manston because they can arrive early and leave late. We've got a pretty flexible agreement with the management there. So, people can arrive, say, Tuesday or Wednesday, spend a couple of days in making a bit of a mini vacation out of it, and then race at the weekend, then go home, because we understand the fact we are in a corner of the country. We really are. You can see the sea from three directions from the track, as you fully well know yourself.
Yeah.
So it's for anybody to travel to it, it's potentially a little bit further than they'd have to travel, say, for instance, to Santa Pod. So, it's up to them, but it's definitely worth visiting. Our weather record for
very good.
This year, we lost 1/3 of one day out of 7 events. And that's amazing. I can't really think of words to describe it. We were really blessed, very lucky with the weather. But if it rains there, it dries very quickly because we get a sea breeze. 45 minutes from being wet after a reasonable shower, we're dry and racing again, which is great. It's one of the spin-offs of being down there, and also because we're a lot closer to the continent, it means that the weather is just a little bit better, a little bit warmer.
Absolutely. So this is all very exciting. I'm so pleased that you're taking Manston forward now for another year. It's helped, I guess, down there as well for a lot of other reasons. And I just think that it's an amazing thing. It's been an amazing 2025 season for everybody. And looking forward to 2026. And hopefully everything goes well for you, Paul. We will get involved coming down there and doing stuff down there. And also I'll have a chat with you before that anyway. And just good luck with the bracket racing, and hopefully you get a lot of interest down there. And I'm just hoping everything goes well for you. And whatever you do, take care. Okay. And what I also ask is, can everyone please like what I'm doing here? So obviously on the pages, like it, and also please subscribe. It's free of charge. Very important. We need as many people subscribing to what we're doing here to get us a bit more notice within the YouTube fraternity and so on. So that's what we ask. Paul, it's been amazing. Have a great time out there. See you when you come back, and whatever you do. Oh, by the way, just so that you know, I'm now on JFM radio. I know you're aware of JFM, and I'm very pleased to be on
Jackie FM. Yeah, that's a very old station. They've been around forever.
Yeah.
Well done. Congratulations.
Yeah, so that's cool.
Yeah,
anyway,
cool.
so
I know Sam listens.
Oh, Sam loves me, doesn't she? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she listens to you when you're on the previous station. She listens to you every Sunday. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So that's brilliant. So anyway, love to you all, and whatever you do, stay safe, and we'll see you very soon, and enjoy your time out in the US of A.
Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate everything you and your team do. It's amazing, and it warms my heart to know that you're still involved in the way you are, because you're a fighter. You don't give up, and full credit to you, my friend.
Thank you very much indeed, Paul, and also thanks to Dave, who does all the editing for me, and to me, Lisa, of course, who has to put up with me all the time.
We all have our crosses to bear. You take care. God bless, my friend.
Cheers. Speak to you very soon. Take care, mate. Bye-bye. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.